Hello there. Have you been looking for your new favourite podcast where you've been looking in all the wrong places? Because you should have been here for Gamers Watch episode R262. That's not interference you can hear. That is Duncan trying not to burst out laughing because we've spent 5 minutes getting this intro done. Oh, but I'll keep it there. So I'm Shaun, and as you can tell, joined again by Duncan.
Hello. Not even think of anything funny to say.
And Sith Lord himself, JP.
Hello. At last, we reveal ourselves to the Jedi. I've lost it.
The line of his that makes me piss myself every time is episode 3 when it's him and Mace Windu, and he says the Jedi are taking over, but he sounds like he's proper straining forever.
Is that when he's down by the window?
Yeah.
It's terrible, that bit.
Oh. Okay. Anyway, if you hadn't guessed, this is a Star Wars episode from all the references already. So I'll get the housekeeping done quickly and we can get on with the Star Wars goodness. If you enjoy this podcast, and even if you don't, be sure to follow us on Twitter, which is @GamersWatchCrew. Subscribe to us on YouTube, which is youtube.com/GamersWatch. Give this episode a little like, comment, and then hit the notification bell to be reminded when we're about to premiere, which is every Monday at 7:30 p.m. GMT, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, 11:30 a.m. Pacific. Got that?
Do it. Do it.
Too hot now. I'm taking it down.
Do it.
Falling. I'm done. There you go.
Welcome back, JP.
Do it. Cheers, mate. Cheers.
You bloody ledge. How you doing, mate? All right?
I'm all right, yeah.
How are you? All right?
Hey, both. Come on.
So, talking about, like, unrelated to anything, of course. I mean, George just popped the off license earlier on, and there was the man with, like, the deepest, most London accent, just out of the blue. Like, it, you know, you ever heard, like, the brown note, where, like, there's a note that's so deep and bassy it'll make you shit yourself? Like, it was like that. Like, we just bought or whatever. I bought, like, a box of Red Bull. A box of Red Bull. And,
it's not wine, is it?
God, you imagine though. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
And then we was like, oh, thanks then, bye. And so the guy came up behind us and was like, oh, how's it going? You all right? I mean, well, just completely unexpected. Not even that funny of an anecdote, but it just reminded me when JP
Give him your car keys.
Saying softly.
There you go, mate.
Yeah. It's a Star Wars special this week because May the 4th is coming up. We thought we'd get ahead of it. because we usually late.
It can take us that long to get through the intro. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And Lego Star Wars came out, and we're going to talk about that in a bit. So, like I said with the Elden Ring episode, if you've done like Star Wars, gutted, really. Because, I mean, thanks for joining. Hope you stick around and hit the like and subscribe button. Is there anything interesting that's happened in gaming recently? Because I haven't been paying attention because I try and avoid Twitter now because it makes you miserable.
No, the only thing personally that's been interesting is Kingdom Hearts 4 being announced, but that'll be years off, I imagine, still. So
Yeah,
That trailer was mental.
Yeah. What was the rumor you were saying about JP about there's no Disney worlds in it?
Yeah, so there's no Square Enix specific stuff in Kingdom Hearts 3, is there? So you've got the Kingdom Hearts worlds, but they've not gone and done anything Square Enix related. And it's one of those things where I read it online, so it's probably not true, but I read it somewhere that there isn't going to be any Disney related things. It's going to be focused purely on Sora and stuff in the real world and the companions, but it'll be real world locations, which can't be true. They cannot do that, can they? They have to.
Yeah, I must admit, I'd purely play Kingdom Hearts for Disney, basically.
Yeah.
You could take Sora out of it and I'd still play it. But you take Disney out of it, probably wouldn't play it.
Yeah. Well, if you take Disney out of it, it's a poor man's Final Fantasy. Because what makes it a thing is the connections with everything else. That's what makes it Kingdom Hearts, is the connections to everything else. But yeah, otherwise it's just a poor man's Final Fantasy. So. And I'm worried that my audio is not recording, by the way, because my bars are not going up. Dunks go like, woo.
Yeah, yours are going
mine's
up.
like,
yeah.
Oh, it's not on my side, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. Because on my side it's not, so I'm just like, we can't do that intro again.
Oh, fuck me, no.
Matt, you can't bottle magic, man.
The
only thing I thought was weird about that trailer, talking about Iron Brew, apparently it's really good, according to Paul and Zoe. What I thought was weird about that trailer, because I can't say I know much about Kingdom Hearts at all, but it was like so Sora, was it, woke up in a nice apartment, and it was like, this is a city of, I don't know, I can't remember what it's called. And then I looked out into some cityscape, and it's just some generic city. Like it wasn't like there was like, I was like, wow, I can't wait to explore there. And it's like, it's just it's like fucking Plymouth, just some grey blocks and that. But yeah, I'm sure it should be good.
Argyle.
Knocking it. Oh, I fucking hate Plymouth. The only cool thing I can think about is Bug Snacks. It's coming to Xbox
Pass.
on 28th of May on Game Pass. I'm well excited about that. Can you tell?
I as soon as I saw the news, I remembered how enthusiastic you were about that DLC I was reading in the magazine a few episodes ago. I was like, Duncan's gonna love that news.
I'll probably give it a go. I can't sound particularly excited about it.
Is it a bite-size add-on?
Very good. Like that.
He's back with his Elden Ring. Right.
I can't talk about Elden Ring anymore. Man. I've got to leave it. I have to leave it.
Well,
I want to play it.
Do a
more.
recap show, aren't you?
Yeah, we'll do it at end of the year when we do. I think we'll do like a Games of the Year thing. I completed it. I just need a break.
Elden Ring, Bug Snacks, Star Wars.
Here we go. There's your show, lads. I can't talk about it anymore because it was all consuming and made me very sad. But now I want to play more. What the fuck's that about?
Yep.
And just a well done to Jordan for his banger tweet about GTA with the old stop buying this fucking game. Obviously, we had a little bit of a joke that was our fucking line, but Jordan's lovely, so very glad that he could deal with the eggy twats bashing him over his opinion and sending him pictures. Did you see the little video that he got sent?
Yes, unfortunately.
Obviously, we can't put it on the screen now. But Jordan is a much more stable guy than I am, so I had to have a week off Twitter because people have been mad about Elden Ring, and he's getting hammered just for saying stop buying GTA. And so someone sent him I presume it's theirs of their arsehole, just bent over and speckled,
I didn't
ball bag dangling around.
I didn't click it, but I know about it. Yeah, fuck me.
I guess it's a genuine thanks to Jordan for taking a brunt of that instead of us. Yeah. So love you, mate. Yeah. Should we crack on then? God. Segment 1. It's not a game in 60 seconds. Game in 60 parsecs. So this week, because it's a Star Wars special, we're going to do a game in 60 clue, but for any Star Wars game ever. So not just anything you think of. So, who wants to go first? Sean, have you got a Discordy one this week, or is it?
I do have a Discordy one. Yep. No, it's a Discordy.
Yours is always a treat at the end, so we'll keep yours for last. JP, do you want to go first this week?
Yes. So, it's not Rouge, my mates.
It's not Rouge, my mates.
Yeah. So that's the bit that's inspired by you, Dunks, because you're like my mates. So yeah, it's not Rouge.
Do I say that?
My mates.
Oh,
great.
my
You say
mates.
great mates. Don't you?
Great mates.
You say great mates. Yeah. So like my mates. So yeah.
It's not. What is it again? Sorry.
It's not Rouge. My mates. So you could put great mates, whatever. It's interchangeable. It's like C-3PO's arm. It's whatever it needs to be.
That's not actually his arm. That was the arm of a fallen droid from the comics. I've got no idea, mate.
Oh, the red one. I thought you meant in general. It's not his arm. What is it? Is it like his penis?
It definitely is.
What is that? I'm confused.
Any idea, Sean? Because I've got no fucking clue on that.
No, I'm leaning towards. I'll have to think about it throughout the episode, but I'm leaning towards that line that is in loads of stuff where is it ladies pinch, whores use rouge or something with like cheeks. That's why I'm trying to go with the title stuff, but because of Rouge.
The classic Star Wars quote.
You say it's not Rouge, but there's a thing about like
Rouge,
making the rosy cheeks. So I was thinking of like pinch words and stuff like that, but
you're gonna hate me for it.
It's a Star Wars game called Pinch.
It's it's not quite as bad as Firewatch. Did you see that burn? I loved it.
That was great. No, shall I do mine then?
Yep.
Probably get it in one. I'm feeling like a star. You can't stop my shine. I'm loving Cloud City. My head's in the sky.
Is that? I won't say it because it's doing the answers after, but. Oh, God. Yeah. It erased that from my memory.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, you don't want to know. You have to watch this game on YouTube after.
I feel like if you don't know about this already, JP, I feel like our friendship is in jeopardy for me having possibly introduced it to you.
So there was a period. It depends when it came out. There's a period of time from when World of Warcraft launched until like Mr. Pandaria, where I missed out on so much. I played games, but I missed out on so much as well. So it depends when it came out.
May have been. It's in that
like
ballpark. I can't
late
remember.
360 area, wasn't it?
Yeah,
right.
So it probably was around late. Oh, fuck knows. I've got no idea. So is it a Discord jobby? Is it?
It is indeed. Let me get Discord up. With you in 3, 2, 1. Bam.
So uncivilized.
Respect the rules around here anymore. Civilized. And it's a Star Wars game.
Is it Fallen Order?
New?
No.
Okay.
Not a
Fallen Order's
Scooby.
where I went to. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think because I was like, the rules, the order's gone.
Yeah. Are we doing Harry's?
No.
Wait a minute. Do it.
Independence Day hasn't got his collar on.
Fuck's sake. Sorry, it's bad.
What?
Yeah, well
I
done,
actually
mate. Independence Day hasn't got his collar on.
Hip, hip, hip.
Pretty good game, to be fair. Didn't mind that. Well, move on from Harry's Clue. So, we've all been playing Lego Star Wars in the last week, because that's when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
How have we found it, lads? Sean, mate, you've been playing it in co-op with your missus.
Yeah.
How was
the
it,
old
mate?
split screen. It is a very fun game that has some very frustrating elements to it. I think it's more so in split screen from what I can gather with other people playing it than solo. But there's some bad bugs we've come across that has like just completely stopped us in progress at times. Or like, so we basically this past week we've only had time to play like a few hours in the evenings, and in those evening sessions we'll have like 2 hard crashes. For some reason, loading up the game the first time, it won't load. It'll like freeze on the sort of starry screen before the title comes up. But then loading it second time always works. There was something else. What else was there? There's a cutscene. The sound played, but it was just a black screen, and then it froze at the end of the cutscene, so it never like went into the level. And there's some other things as well in split screen that feel like it's more geared towards a single player game this time instead of, because obviously like Lego games have always been very co-op focused as well as having the single player. But this time there's a lot of stuff that is very solo focused, and co-op feels a bit weird with it. So like boss fights, the majority of the time the boss will just focus on one person, so the second player is like stand and look at the environment, I guess. And there was, I think it was during episode 1, there was a space battle bit, and it put Lucia into a ship that has no guns. so she just had to fucking fly about while I done all the shooting. Yeah. And then some levels where the like classic Star Wars classic Lego levels where like the group splits up and you sort of keep switching between them. But instead of stuff happening at the same time, now it will be one side will do something and then the next side can do something. But because you're in co-op, you're just sort of just stood. It was like the droid factory level in episode 2. I was just stood on the conveyor belt for like 10 minutes waiting for Lucia to finish her bit of the level because there was nothing for me to do on my end. So I was like, okay, stand here. So yeah, so co-op's been mixed bag, but the game itself is so fun that I always, as soon as like I carry on playing after whatever's annoyed me, I instantly forget that I was annoyed, sort of thing. Because the open world is fantastic. I think is the main highlight of the game, opposed to the story levels this time.
Story levels. Are you guys both playing on? So are you playing on Series X?
Series S mainly because it's in the bedroom, but we have done a bit on Series X, but mainly Series S at the moment.
Nice. And what? Because you've only done the prequel trilogy, I think, in it.
Yeah. We finished episode 3 the other day, so got to go on to episode 4 next. Also, I don't know. Obviously, I can't speak for the 6 other episodes because we've only done the first 3. Are the story missions really short in the rest of the episode? If either of you two have played those episodes, because because
JP, you finished, haven't you?
Episode 1 is breakneck speed. I think me and Doug's talking about it, weren't we? Yeah. It's really, really quick, but they do get beefier. Not massively, but it's definitely longer stretches of gameplay. Less. It's walking down this corridor to do something in a new mission. There's more to it, especially the latter 3. So.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, because
they never did 8 and 9, did they, as Lego games? So they've got more original content to use there.
Okay.
So because they never made them as games, did they? So.
Yeah, that's not too bad then. Yeah, because playing through the first 3, I was in my notes here. One of the like drawbacks is that the story missions don't feel as good as they usually are in Lego games. Like they are very short. There's not much to them, sort of thing. So like in episode 3, the Mace Windu Palpatine bit, and episode 2, the big ground fight at the end, is all just a quick like 5-second cutscene. You never actually play any part of that, and you just whisked away to another boss fight, which lasts about 5 minutes, and then that's the story mission done. It's like felt a bit rushed, but I'm glad that they get longer.
They do, but on that, so on those I'd got down as well is there's a lot of that. So even though they get longer, so spoilers, but not, I guess, for a film that's 5-6 years or whatever it is. But when you the end of 5-6 years old, it's like 30 odd years old. End of Return of the Jedi. Anyway, what would you think the Return of the Jedi, the end of it, should be? The gameplay section.
I would have thought the
very last bit.
I would have thought the last gameplay bit would be probably not. It's not the throne room, but in the Death Star or
the boss fight.
the flying.
Lando blowing up the blowing up the Death Star. Yeah, it's just a cutscene. It just done, and that's it.
Oh, really?
And you're like, what? Oh. Let me play that. You let me play the trench run in the first one, so let me do it again. So and there's a lot to that, and it's my biggest negative, apart from the bugs, which we can go more into, is that it feels like the greatest hits a lot of the time, because they promised it'd be all original content. You won't be retreading what they've already done, but they've already done a trench run with Lando, so they've gone, it's a cutscene. You've already played as Mace Windu and fought Palpatine and stuff like that, so that's not there now. It's things like that. I'd happily had that. It's the only time you play as Windu is in episode 2. It's for him facing Palpatine would have been amazing, instead of it just. It's a great cutscene. It's funny, typical Lego. It looks great, but yeah, that's my biggest drawback. Is it's great. It hits a lot of the time until you get to 7, 8, and 9, where especially 8 and 9, they've never made an 8 and 9 video game, have they? They stopped at Force Awakens, so they can do more with it, and it's the first time treading those footsteps. So, whereas the rest, there's some bits like, and nobody likes Jar Jar. If you do, then I feel for you. But there's no Jar Jar for 2 and 3. There were bits you could have played as Jar Jar and done stuff.
Yeah,
but he's just confined to episode 1. It's like, yeah, and there might be side missions with him, but you want the story beats as well.
Yeah,
I think it didn't help. Sorry, I was just going to say, I swear in the old Lego Star Wars games, there was 6 missions to an episode as well, wasn't there? And there's 5 now. So I think having one less mission an episode probably hasn't helped with the rushed feeling of the story.
It takes about 2 hours an episode, would you say? Apart from episode 1, because that's rapid. So
maybe it's great. I mean, I haven't really been trying to get everything in a level. I think I would save that for free play. It does feel quite quick. I think maybe I've played about 2 or 3 hours, and I've done the prequel trilogy. But it's weird. I've not had any bugs or anything at all. I think the only thing that I've noticed, because you pointed out, JP, was the little judder and the opening cinematic, where it's I want to find my place in all of this with Rey. And I couldn't today. That screen froze, but that's it. I've not had any other bugs at all on it. It's really strange, but I know what you mean, Shaun, about it feeling like it's a single player game, because whenever I've done a boss fight, it is you'll have a Jedi. Say you fight in General Grievous, for example, you'll have a Jedi and then someone with a gun, but the person with a gun, their shots get blocked automatically, and it just was what fucking point of them being there? But I really love it. I don't want to fucking talk about Elden Ring. God, I'm going to sound like Harry and Halo, but because I went straight onto that after Elden Ring, it feels like the perfect game that I needed right now. Oh God, I sound like such a marketing prick sometimes. I don't mean it to be such a wanky. It's what I needed. Right now, but
I love the idea.
But it's like a perfect switch your brain off game. I don't have to think about it, and that's what I really love. It's a bit disappointed here that there are bits cut out of it. But on the other hand, I don't feel like I'm missing any bits of it. So I don't know. Have you guys had any issues with the cutscenes at all? Because I think Harry was mentioning that they were quite jerky, but I've not had that at all.
I think they have them. So the actual animation is a low frame rate sort of thing, but that is it's not a bug. That is the aesthetic, because it's supposed to be plastic toys sort of thing. Kind of like the Lego movie, how it's very quick. Yeah. But I don't mind that at all. It's Lego. That is what it's supposed to resemble, Lego toys being used to tell the story of Star Wars. So I personally don't mind that. The only problem with cutscenes I've had is that one where it went black and I could hear the cutscene but not see it, and then it just froze. But
I really love how funny it is.
The humour is spot on.
Some of it, yeah.
I don't know if you spotted it. It was when in episode 1, I think it is, or 2, when Palpatine gets control of the Senate, and then you're in his office, and there's like people behind him, like putting up pictures of him on the wall.
The pictures.
That's so funny, and there's like so many little touches. Like I started episode 4 today, and literally in like, I think it's like the blockade runner. I think that's the name of the ship, and I think a C-3PO, and I've like knocked down a few walls, and there's like stormtroopers like having a shower, and there's a few in a jacuzzi. It's all those little touches, like in a weird way. I think I'd like genuine. I don't know if they've done it. Maybe they have, but I think I'd really love like an actual Star Wars Lego film, but done almost like remade with that humor. It's so simple, but it's so funny. But yeah, as a complete. Sorry, Sean.
No, I was just going to say there is some Lego Star Wars shorts on Disney Plus, but I don't think this is a full film.
Oh, I might give them a watch then. So, like, JB, you finished it proper. So, like, as a full priced game, what do you reckon? Because I don't know how I felt about buying a Lego game for like 60 quid. I did it because I love Star Wars, but I'm like,
yeah.
Was it really worth £60? I don't know.
So straight away, yes. It there's so much to it. Go away, phone. I said yes, and it's lit up like. There's so much content to it, and I've done all the episodes, and then I've nipped back to do some bits because I want to get like the data cards and stuff, so I can start racking up getting my studs in. But there's just so much to it, and that you can go into galaxy mode, I'll say at any point, but I'm going to do it now. I've finished it, and you can just take anybody and go to any era with any character and just run around and play. You know, if you want to go and do like stuff in like Mos Espa with like Finn and Poe that never got to like really visit there because they're obviously Jakku based and whatnot. It's just it's like having your own little Lego set and playing. The negatives that are there, like the bugs and the breakneck speed on stuff, doesn't. I think, as I've put in a tweet, it takes away a few positivity points, but not much because it's Lego Star Wars. It's fun to play.
Yeah, I guess it's
100% worth the price. So
I guess it's missing the point then, isn't it? If you're just concentrating on the story, because you're not like you said, you're effectively buying a toy box, aren't you? Just full of Lego.
Yeah.
Because I haven't like properly explored yet. Because I'll do that when I've finished and go to free play. But it feels like the worlds, so like I say, Mos Espa and Tatooine and Naboo, whatever, like feel quite massive. And I'm getting a proper kick out of just like I haven't. Maybe they've been in other games, I don't know. But I forget the name of Jar Jar Binks's place where they go underwater and it's like. Yeah, the fucking, I don't know what they're called, with Boss Nass is there. And it's just like, okay, well, I've never seen this in a game before. And I don't know, it's a bit annoying because I'm not doing anything, I'm just walking. And I didn't realise you could upgrade your character for a bit. So, like, the slow walking into a run was starting to really like itch my pisser a little bit. But then I kind of twigged, I was like, I can upgrade it and I can run. But yeah, like, seeing all of these worlds, I've only really seen them like realised a little bit in this like Battlefront 2. So like Tatooine is pretty nicely fleshed out, but you can't explore it like you can in this. And it's just lovely little touches, like you're walking around, someone's got a record player and the Mos Eisley Cantina band are playing, and it's just really, really lovely little touches like that. I really like.
Yeah, I think you feel part of the world, don't you? Sorry, Sean.
That's right. I was going to say the reason that the like breakneck story or like some bits being missing from the story, the reason that they're so easily forgiven is because of how good the open world parts are. Like you can see how much focus they put into it. It is literally the biggest love letter to like the Star Wars universe as a whole in a video game. but yeah, each world also feels like its own big Banjo-Kazooie level. So there's just puzzles and little stories and side characters everywhere. That's the best way I could describe it is each of the, is there 20 odd something worlds?
Something like that planets, yeah. And every planet's a hub, isn't it?
Yeah, every planet is basically a giant Banjo-Kazooie level. It's the best way I could describe it. It's so good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Like I said, we've done the first 3 episodes. And I kind of wanted to mainly focus on the stories at first, just because I love playing through story missions on Lego games. And the amount of times we'd get 2 story missions done in a night because we spent 3 hours just getting lost on like whatever planet we've had to go to, and then being like, probably should go to the story mission now. Like it's the best worlds in Star Wars games that I'd like to see.
I don't know if you've seen that. There's I think it was episode 1. There's a reference or like a 3-second clip of like a ghost protocol droid. And there's all these kind of fan theories that are made about it, and it was like he'd murdered a family or whatever. But then you could follow him in the game, like into his room. And I just love that there must be so many of these really really wicked little like Star Wars references like shoved in there that I love to look out for, because I think I'm a massive Star Wars nerd, but I reckon there's tons that I don't know. But I reckon if you're like a proper enthusiast, you get a real kick out of it.
Yeah, there's so many references and Easter eggs.
Well, every time you see Luke and he has a drink, it's always blue milk, which is cool.
Oh no, I haven't noticed that yet.
Yeah, so even episode 4 Luke, he has a drink and it's just blue milk and he loves it, and it's just like, yeah, it's just good. It's just a really good game, and it is a great palate cleanser after coming off something like Elden Ring, because it's nothing alike, but you still got that wonder of the massive open worlds. So, and like I said, there's 20 odd of them or whatnot, and each one's a hub. Each one's got its own stuff to do, and then you've got space as well. Like until probably episode 8, I thought the big red rings in space meant I couldn't go there, but they're entire other things to do. So they're massive space battles, and you decide the outcome between me. And I was like, oh, it's red. I can't go over there. It's going to just send me back. So it's It's
have you done a capital ship yet? Because we got one of them for the first time a couple of days ago.
No,
I didn't know they're in the game. It said about if you do enough space battles, a capital ship might come along, and you can fight that to unlock it to buy. And I was like, oh, okay, it'll basically be like a boss at the end of a space battle. And the Trade Federation ship came along, so we took out the shields and turrets and that, and its health bar went down. I was like, okay, that's gonna be it. The fucking shields open up, and you go inside the ship, and it's a whole new mission of taking over the ship as well. It's like 30 minutes extra gameplay. Cool. So good.
That's
cool. Brilliant.
That's where they've put the time, then, haven't they? You know, they've gone, we're not retreading these steps, which is disappointing, but understandable. But when they're doing new content like that, that's amazing. So, yeah.
And now I might be a little bit controversial. It's in with a shout for my game of the year already. But I'm not going to get into it. I've ever going to the ring. But I think if
why is it not Flynn? You're welcome, Emily.
That was last year. We'll talk about that with your giveaway, because when does it end? Just so we can get you
May 4th.
Oh bloody hell!
It's 4th of May.
Meant to bloody be
7 p.m. on the 4th of May. Yeah. So
well, there we go. I think if I had kids or whatever, and my kids are going to love Star Wars, obviously, because I'm going to beam it into their eyeballs as soon as they're old enough to understand it. Yeah, fucking all lost Star Wars. Come on, Leia, why don't you love it?
She'll be in the car. Daddy, why did you call me Leia?
Shut up, Ewok. But I think if I had a kid, I think I'd just have unbridled amounts of fun with it. And I can't remember the last game I had where I'm just so it's just nice, isn't it? I'll just having just a lovely time. Maybe there's some bits I'm a bit boring, because I don't really run to this bit to start a mission. Oh, but you need to run back to the fucking spaceport to fly somewhere else. It's just
So
Can't have
you
it
can
cut the
shortcut that.
box
So you
out.
literally just open your galaxy map and just fly if you need to. So I was getting annoyed with that. I'm like, why have I got to run all the way from the library or the archives
Yeah.
to my ship? Just open the map
Well,
and just away you go. So
Don't I feel like the thick cunt now?
but I know, but it took me ages as well. I was 3 or 4 episodes in, so don't. It's fine. But yeah,
it's not something I'd complain about and be like, "Oh, it's fucking shit."
yeah, it doesn't
It's
take points off, does it?
An annoyance, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Sorry,
amount
Shaun,
of
you saying?
menus
Speaking
there
of
are.
thingy, oh, sorry. Yes,
The amount of menus there are things that I'm still like just seeing for the first time, sort of thing, being like, oh, didn't know that. Like, it's just huge.
So,
like you can pretty much change your characters at any point as well. So if you press left and right on your D-pad, it will bring up anybody that's eligible for that level. So, which again,
yeah, I managed that.
I didn't notice that bit. So, but what again for ages, and I was like, I
did
changed to Mando
notice.
now. Way.
I feel like it is one of those things where you'll just discover stuff for ages and ages. So I was doing the opening of A New Hope earlier, and then because if you like shoot a stormtrooper in the head, the helmet pops off. But then you can dress like a stormtrooper, and then they don't shoot you, so you can disguise yourself. And I was like, unnecessary, but it's such a lovely little touch. I bloody love it. We don't do like review scores or anything, but I think if you're remotely interested in Star Wars, or someone that is, it's a must buy for me, I reckon. What about you guys?
Yep. Yeah, I'd 100% agree. I don't know if they're planning to do any like DLC stuff though. I keep seeing people mention DLC, but I don't know if they just mean the extra characters, or like if they've said they're doing like story packs for The Mandalorian or something. But hopefully they do.
I'm surprised Rogue One wasn't in it. That unless it is, and I've missed it out entirely. But I was surprised that wasn't.
No,
I think it's Mandalorian, Solo, and there is something else. I'm pretty sure Book of Boba Fett's coming at some point, like character pack.
Fucking bollocks!
That was another one. I can't remember what it was.
Mandalorian season 1 and 2, The Bad Batch, Rogue One, classic characters, Solo, a Star Wars story, and Trooper pack.
Are they like story packs or just the characters?
Just characters.
They're just characters. Yeah.
Maybe I'm going to kick out Mandalorian, but cool.
Well, yeah, because Baby Yoda, if you target him, his little shield comes up on his crib.
Oh, really?
There's also a bug at the moment. I don't know if they'll patch it out though, where you can. I can't quite remember how you do it, but it's basically with the like changing the character things. There's a way to swap it so you can actually control Grogu, and you just all you can do is move and jump, and you just move around in this like egg thing.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, I think you can summon Mando because that automatically summons a Grogu, and then I think if you select Grogu, change it to Mando, and it summons another one, so you can have like 20 Mandalorians.
I've seen
knocking about.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
This is the way.
Mandalorian is best Star Wars show. I'm gonna shit my pants when Kenobi comes out, or Obi-Wan, whatever it's called. If it's like out of joy, you understand. Not on that fucking like IBS. Damn you!
Just look at the calendar in the morning. See the like Kenobi release day with the circle. Just go. Oh.
Calling in sick that day. So.
Funny enough, I had that when I finished a particularly difficult boss on that game I'm going to stop mentioning. Immediately since I killed it, I had IBS. It's not good for you, that game.
Distress release. You're like,
yeah, probably. Then he shot to the fucking moon. But cool. Glad we all love it. In agreement. Tip top game. Love it. So segment 3. I couldn't. If anyone's got a funny pun for this one, do shout it out because I couldn't think of anything. Segment 3. Very quickly, lads. What's the best ever Star Wars game? JP.
I think we should all say it on 3. Also, it'll be a bit delayed, and we'll see if we actually come out with the same thing.
Okay.
You got one, Shaun?
I've got. Yeah, mine's a few games, but they fall under one banner. So.
Oh, is yours the Knights of the Old Republic?
Like I said, no, actually isn't. That was in the run-in for a long time when I was considering these, and then I had a little think a little earlier, and I've come to a choice.
Okay.
Do you want to do the countdown then, JP?
Right.
If you want to do 3,
2, 1. Star Wars: Knights of the Republic.
Lego Star Wars.
We're popping delay. That's brilliant. It shows you the delay as well.
Right
because, yeah.
I was going to make a joke and say Masters of Terrace Castle, but it's not Terra Republic for me. Like, just untouchable. Cool. You say yours is Lego Star Wars as well, Sean?
Yeah, Lego Star Wars. The reason I was thinking of that is because it's the only Star Wars related thing I've managed to get any of my family like involved with. Like me and my sister used to play Lego Star Wars on the PS2 for days on end, and now Lucia's playing Lego Star Wars on the Xbox for days on end. So I thought I'll go for that.
Nice. Yeah. KOTOR for me and JP. It was one of my favourite games ever. Can't look past it.
The twist was just what?
It's one of the best ever in a game. There's no.
It's up there with Would You Kindly, without saying what the game is, because no one in case thing. It's up there with that.
Yeah.
So for me,
there we go. Settle that argument. Segment 3.5.
Did Harry say what his was?
It was probably something correct.
My favourite ever Star Wars game is Star Wars Episode 3. I remember that. It's pretty decent. Because at the 1v1 Jedi versus mode that I played the arse off. There we go. He loves his arse, does Harry. 3.5.
Yeah, his arse off.
I'm looking forward to this one the most. What's your dream Star Wars game? So I'm sure we've all got ours, but I think we'll start off with some community picks. And thanks, Harry, for fucking up the tweet on that one. Because
Twice.
The entire time it was, what's your dream Star Wars game? Because I'm sure, Sean, we did something last year on your favourite Star Wars developer, and I'm like, no. It's your favourite Star Wars game. Don't be bound by developers. Like, in your wildest dreams, what fucking Star Wars game would you love? So then I put Harry was preoccupied, so I was like, I'll stick a tweet out. So then he put a tweet out, but the wrong fucking one, asking what the right developer was, and then did it again, and then I got it right. Whatever. So I think we'll go through them. I'll pick the best ones, and then we'll pick our favourite at the end. So General C. Connor, Mandalorian, in the style of Red Dead Redemption 2. It's a Western. I can see that. Good shout. Brown Bordeaux. That's a great name, that is. Mandalorian, bit in the style of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Also a good shout. I think I'm probably leaning a little bit more towards a Red Dead Redemption on that one. Sean, I'm sorry, I know you fucking hate it. It's
I don't mind Red Dead.
Oh, is it?
Red Dead's the one thing I'll give them.
I think with Mandalorian, you need to have like intergalactic travel for it to be half decent. Geordie Shaun, love him, mate. Chivalry 2, but Jedi versus Sith. Oh, yeah.
Back in or even the Mandalorian Wars. So,
mate, now you're talking.
Keep on theme.
Scobie-Wan Kenobi from Thistledew. I can't remember, I was watching something and he went, or maybe I was playing with him, and he went, he's what, I'm Scobie-Wan Kenobi. I've got the high ground here. And it made me laugh a lot. He just straight up Battlefront 3, which I hope you get, because Battlefront 2 is excellent. What a turnaround. Fucking brilliant game that is. Harry couldn't fucking pick a game, so I'll go through all Harry's choices. Bearing in mind, these are your dream Star Wars game. You could think of anything. A Mandalorian game in the style of Hitman. Not sure how that worked, really. I don't really dig the Hitman mechanics. I think it's more of like a...
The assassin dude from Rebels. I can't remember his name now. He was in Mandalorian season 2.5, also known as Book of Boba Fett. But you know what I mean, don't you? Bane,
Cad
not
Bane.
Bane. You know, yeah. Could do that. He could be Hitman. So Hitman type thing.
Yeah.
So.
So this is a good one. So remember Spec Ops: The Line, where you're a group of guys in Dubai, I think, and it's horrible, really. Basically that, but your stormtroopers, maybe something around like Operation Cinder, that was in Battlefront 2. That's a good shout that. But also an RTS like Dawn of War 40k, but it's set on Acto and the formation of the First Jedi Council. Isn't Acto like a really tiny island in the middle of nowhere? So that's Harry's wildest dream Star Wars game. Uncle Boxenberger, Jedi Fallen Order, but more like Tomb Raider, so it's just expanding on that. Dutch, Jedi Fallen Order, but create your own Jedi, not the poncho twat. Now, I kind of agree with Dutch on that, because I towards the end of the game, I liked Cal Kestis, but at the beginning, I'm like, not thinking this idiot. Like, don't know about you guys, but I was like, not for me. I'm going to save the best till last. At Nelmsey, this is a good one. God of War, but you're Darth Vader. So
I'm sold. I'll pre-order it now.
Tell me about it. I think, Sean, this is going to be your pick. Our lovable Scottish pal, Paul, 2-point Death Star.
I would love some sort of like management game. Would be amazing. Run your own Death Star.
Upgrade to a Starkiller base.
Yeah.
So I'll run through them again quickly, and we'll pick our winner, and then we'll just say well done on Twitter, because thanks for taking part. So General C, Mandalorian, Red Dead Redemption 2, Bram Bordeaux, Mandalorian, Assassin's Creed, Geordie Shawn, Chivalry 2, but Jedi vs Sith, Scobie 1, Battlefront 3, Harry, Boxenberger, Jedi Fallen Order, but more like Tomb Raider, Dutch, Jedi Fallen, no poncho twat, Nelmsey, God of War, Darth Vader, Paul, 2-point Death Star. I think God of War Vader for me on that one. What about you guys?
I will go 2-point Death Star, just because it's wildly different to any Star Wars game that's been done, sort of thing. Apart from, I imagine, some sort of mobile game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably. So maybe. I like both of them, so I'm going to go with one of the two, but it's going to have to be 2-point Death Star, because as good as a God of War game would be, thinking about it, Vader is Vader. He is the god. He's not going to go through a journey, is he? And get a new weapon and do all that kind of stuff. He's already a badass. So he's already got there. So maybe if it was a different Sith and you went through that journey of developing, maybe Darth Maul, for example, Darth Maul's journey, and the halfway through the game is the end of episode 1, and then you come back and you go all the way through to the end of Solo and stuff. But a 2-point Death Star out of those.
There we go. Well on, Paul. Your ledge, 2 Death Star it is. I'm sure we won't have any impact on it getting made at all. So our dream games, because that's what we're all here for, right? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I don't know exactly what gameplay style it'll be. So whether it be like action adventure, puzzle sort of thing. But I would love a Star Wars game series that's laid out like the Dark Picture anthology. Basically, I want an anthology. So it's just stories, untold stories all across the Star Wars universe. And it's just little,
like
don't have to be big 30-hour games. They could be like 8-hour, 10-hour games each, but just an anthology. Love anthologies. Give me a
Star Wars Legends. Have you seen that on Disney?
Is that the one where it's different animators for each episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't. It's on my watch list, but I haven't seen it yet.
It's pretty cool. Okay, I like that. JP.
So, taking inspiration from the Twitter chat the past few days, a Telltale's Life is Strange type one. So, set on maybe it's like Coruscant and going through the transition from Republic to Empire, or even Empire to what are they called? Is it just Republic again, isn't it, in 7, 8, and 9?
New
First Republic,
is it?
New Republic, yeah. So transitioning there. So if you would play as somebody that can choose to either defect with it, or if you go into the Empire, or coming from the Empire and going back to First Republic, New Republic stuff, and your decisions there on what happens. So would be pretty good, because we don't know really how it affects the ground level people. Hence why it's called the Skywalker Saga kind of thing. It's anybody that's been influenced or touched by Skywalker, but there'll be billions and trillions of people throughout the galaxy that we don't know what's going on with their journeys. So anybody but Jar Jar, please. So
yeah. So we're kind of along the same lines there, JP. So I've gone a bit overboard of mine. So at any point, just say, "Dunk, shut the fuck up, please." Say with myself. The game starts. The screen is black, but for the torches.
No, sorry, that's channeling Harry.
Just trying to fucking squeeze your throat over the thing. The screen is black, but for the torches screams. Oh, fucking scrolled off from it. The sound of wind rattles past nearby buildings and into the broken window, before the unmistakable shriek of unlimited power pierces through the gales. We hear a cry of agony. Skyscrapers hurtle past. A hand flies through the air, recently separated from its arm. The wound mercifully seared closed. The lightsaber it's clinging onto wriggles its way free and is lost to the city. A body slams through the window and comes to rest as a lifeless slump. Blood is pouring from the huge wound on the bald head. I didn't like proofread or anything. The cuts of a body being rushed to a nearby medical facility and bundled into a back to tank. Mon Calamari doctors discuss frantically the origins of their patient, disfigured thanks to the shards of glass that peppered its face as it flew through the window. The body starts to switch. Their face starts to contort and grimace as a great disturbance of the force sends shockwaves through the galaxy. The eyes shoot open, and all we hear is, "Execute Order 66. Cut to black, cue titles. Mace Windu, Ghost of Coruscant. He's fucking back, lads.
Yeah, he's back, motherfucker. So he's back.
So it's set roughly 15 years after Order 66, about 5 years before A New Hope. And it's basically it's an open world game set in Coruscant, down on the ground, JP, like you were saying, so you kind of get a feel. But it's basically Mace Windu. He's hiding because we haven't seen him ever since. He's still alive because he even said that Jedi can survive the 4 years in the Force. But basically, he's on the run following Order 66. We're going to see in Kenobi, you've got Inquisitors knocking about, Jedi still been hunted. We saw it in Fallen Order, and he's been completely severed from the Force. So like the fall, like the blow to the head, Order 66, just like completely just cut him off from the Force. So he's still got like some fighting ability, but he can't go around just fucking people up with the Force. But then it's a little bit like Ghost of Tsushima. So like he's like this nomadic character. So he's got a cape on, and he tries to stay hidden, but his face has been rebuilt. Like the mods in fucking shitty Boba Fett, where they cyberpunk the shit out of. Sorry, just one bit on Boba Fett, right? The thing that that really fucking annoyed me, where it's like Fennec Shand got shot, and then he takes her into the mod shop outside where the space Vespers are, plonks her on the thing, and she's like, she's going to die, and he's like, oh, hey man, I'm real busy, whatever, and he plonks the money down, and then the guy's like, well, why didn't you say so? And then the cues fucking funky techno music and montages of him fixing her up, and that's it. It just really fucking annoyed me. Boba Fett did. Anyway, So I go to Tsushima. Like you Mace Windu will relearn his Jedi forms, because I think it's about not like 8 or 9 actual Jedi forms, and his was like quite a violent one. And as he defeats kind of high ranking Imperial officers and Dark Jedi and maybe like an Inquisitor, he relearns these Jedi forms again, back to kind of getting him up to strength. And then he's knocking about, and then we completely retcon the sequel trilogy and have him train Rey instead of Luke being a fucking bitch, because it was fucking bullshit. And then that's it. But all the while, he's being hunted by a bounty hunter who's out for revenge after his father was headed on Geonosis. Who could that be? Puppet. That's it. That's my game. That's my game that I want. My dream game, not a shitty RTS.
They're on the smallest island.
You didn't see me shut the fuck up. So I hope you like. I really liked it. It was just a little thing I came up with.
No, it's good.
Yeah, just good. Fine.
Good. No.
And now to wallow in the fact that none of those 3 games will ever see the light of day.
Well, we've got more chance of them seeing light of day now than we would have had before Fallen Order came out. Fallen Order definitely showed that they can do something a bit different.
I remember seeing the trailer for Fallen Order. I was like, that does not look very good. But thankfully, it's. I feel quite comfortable with how Star Wars games are going to go. Oh, I think aren't Respawn making a different one, a first-person shooter Star Wars. I think.
Yeah, they're working.
They're doing something, aren't they? Yeah. And then isn't Jade Redmond? Is it Jade Redmond in her studio doing something, or was that they were doing something in the past and then they stopped? She moves around so much from studio to studio.
She's moved somewhere evil. I can't remember. I say you hearing more evil.
Oh yeah, they do. Are they doing a first party title with Sony now or something? The studio she's with.
I think I'll be right.
She just stayed with Ubisoft. You know, she was the queen of Assassin's Creed. So
where is Jade Raymond now? She started off Watch Dogs.
Where is it now? Just pings a phone. She's in Seattle.
Yeah. She's doing an indie dev team called Haven Studios, which I think might have gone to Sony now.
Oh, they
Sony,
just bought them, didn't they?
Sony
just bought Haven.
Yeah.
Right, should we do
you
our
reckon we'll ever see
answers
1313?
No, that was his
that
first ever film, wasn't it? Oh no, sorry.
No,
I'm talking fucking shit.
Yeah, do you reckon we'll ever... Harry's first ever film was 1313, yeah. Him slapping kids. So 13 and under. That's the title. So
got 13 shots.
But yeah, do you reckon we'll ever see it?
I don't think so.
Probably not in the like. We won't see it as it would have been, sort of thing. Just because I imagine all the IP. Don't know who owns it now to make a Star Wars 1313, but I doubt we'll see it.
Because that would be similar to Dunk's. Obviously, it wouldn't be Jedi, would it? It was going to be a bounty hunter and stuff, but it'd have been similar in that respect of the underbelly of Coruscant and stuff. So.
I really hope it's well, especially with how Mandalorian is done and is doing. I guess that's the thing that I found the most surprised about, is that I care a lot more about the Star Wars world now than I did before. Because it was like just Skywalker before, but now I really like a Mandalorian, like when he's having to get on a passenger ship somewhere, and it's like, well, actually, it feels like the galaxy is lived in now, whereas I never really felt that before. Little bit of anecdote over there, right? So answers then for Gamin 60 Parsecs.
I haven't figured out JP's at all.
No, I've got a.
You want to take some stabs at it? See if you can thingy.
Say it again. Would you, bruv?
It's not right. It's not Rouge, my mates.
So I was going to Google something.
Searching up Rouge.
Yeah. Oh, I could have done something to do with Moulin Rouge, couldn't I? I could have done that. Oh, that actually ties into my least favourite Star Wars game ever. If we're going to cover those. So.
What is it? While Duncan's researching.
So, Moulin Rouge, Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan from the original Xbox. That was a shocking game.
I don't think I
The cover
played
was
that.
mint. It was just green. It was awesome, but the game was shocking.
I thought that was your answer then. I was like,
Oh, Obi-Wan.
I was like, you want me
No.
to fucking reverse engineer that through Moulin Rouge?
I'll tell you what, just going to go back in time and do that.
I can remember the cover now you said it. Sorry, I'm just cheating now. Every Star Wars game ever.
Ever. But no, it's bad, but I had another so I had another tied for favourite, and it's the old Super Star Wars games from the SNES.
Yeah.
They were quality.
Bastard hard.
They were amazing, and I think they're on PlayStation now, aren't they? You can get them. I don't know if they're on Xbox, but they were quality games. Used to rent them from Impact Video in Mansfield Woodhouse. Shout out to Mansfield Woodhouse. So.
Big up Mansfield Woodhouse.
Yeah.
No, I haven't got anything.
No, Sean?
No idea.
Just Rogue Squadron.
I'll have a word.
So it's not Rouge.
Get out.
It's Rogue. My mates.
That's Harry. That's Harry levels of it, isn't it? God.
I thought you would have got it because of the amount of times that people would spell Rogue wrong when you play World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
So that's where my brain went with it. I was like, oh, well, surely Douglas will get that. So yeah, Rogue Squadron.
Never played a Rogue. Well, stump me. So I think Sean knows this one. I'll do it for you again, JP. I'm feeling like a star. You can't stop my shine. I live in Cloud City and my head's in the sky. I'm Solo. I'm Han Solo. I'm Solo. I'm Han Solo.
I don't know. Do I want to know?
Feeling like a star. You can't stop my shine. I love in Cloud City and my head's in the sky. That was Connect Star Wars. So there was. I mean, it's not really a clue. I've literally just ripped out.
I was going to say, I can't connect that with Star Wars apart from the Cloud City and Han Solo.
Cloud City heads in the sky. I mean, probably I would say do yourself a favour and look it up.
I was thinking like Tailspin, like Bispin, but yeah.
There was like a epoxy dance that you did, and I think it's a Jason Derulo song. But yeah, don't look it up. It just exists without knowing about it.
But it's just over there somewhere back of my mind.
No chance. All right,
It will ruin your day.
You go on then. If
Any
it's
guesses?
not Fallen Order, then what is it?
It ain't Fallen Order.
Is it a modern title or is it an old title?
It would be classed as old
Xbox
now.
One, PS4 and all. So it's 360 and below.
I think so, yeah. Pretty sure it was 360.
360 is retro, apparently.
I feel off. God,
Yeah.
makes me feel
Well, tell me
old.
about it. I played like Super Star Wars when they came out. So me and Dunks are like ancient in that comparison.
Hey,
No offense, Dunks.
pack it in. I dye George's hair now just because she buys a box dye. So I thought, fuck it, I'll just do my own hair because why not? And I had no idea how grey I've gone. Like I'm actually looking now. I still got a bit of the dye on it, so you can't really tell. But I'm going like significantly grey quite quickly, and I've started to get that I'm old kind of feelings about it. Sure, I've got no clue.
Got no idea.
Not a clue.
So the picture is several Star Wars characters in the park, including Darth Vader. And he's not respecting the rules because he's holding an empty dog leash. But it's not a dog that he walks, it's his Force. So it's Star Wars The Force Unleashed. Didn't keep his Force on a leash.
Oh, I'm fucking annoyed. He deserves a good one.
You can't say nothing about Rogue Squadron. Absolutely nothing. Not after that.
Well, hang on. Yours is just a bad spelling, mate. Like,
you're not wrong. So, you had a good job Harry's not on, because that was Harry's, wasn't it, as well? So
it was, yeah.
Yeah, the Independence Day's got its collar on.
But his was in typical Harry fashion, because it was the fourth Unleashed. So it's not as good.
His original clue, if anyone's interested, bear in mind this is a Star Wars special. Yeah. That musical note is disgusting. Tunic.
It's a good one, though.
It was a good clue, but wrong fucking show. I think that's it. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Are we coming back on?
No.
I don't know. I'm going to work out what it stands for one day, and I'm going to be like, "You're right, real name," and he'll be like, "What?" And I'm like, "Haha, got ya." And it's all good as shit now.
Jean Pasquale.
Oh, Joe Pasquale. That's your real name. Is it Joe Pasquale?
My real name is Jim Appel. That's it, JP. Jim Appel.
Is the P Palpatine?
No.
Come on, that.
So playing through 7, 8, and 9 again, realising the absolute bullshit of Rey's character. No. Absolute.
But she's a Skywalker.
What's your name? Rey. That would have been better than looking over and being Skywalker.
I swear there's a line as well in the last film before she changes her name to Skywalker about accepting who you are. There's so many times something's said in the sequel trilogies, and then 30 minutes later they just contradict themselves.
And they've got her mum. Her mum was played by Jodie Comer. I don't know if anyone watches Killing Eve, but probably one of the best actresses on the planet, and they just wasted her on you're Palpatine's daughter or whatever. Fuck off. God. And
they didn't ever release a book or anything, did they, about his? Because I think that's what people wanted after that revelation, is that they do a book to fill in that gap, to make it mean more. I know we shouldn't always rely on extra narrative.
No, they did.
Stuff, but did they do one?
They did. Yeah. Mate, you're in for a treat. So so when he got flung over the edge by Darth Vader, the entire time he planned for getting killed. So he was growing clones on Exegol. So when he got flung over the fucking the railings off the Death Star, his soul fucked off to Exegol and just knocked about a bit. And then Snoke is a knockoff clone of Palpatine. So then, yeah, I know, right? Sorry, mate. I feel like I'm just ruining Star Wars for you tonight.
well, no, because Snoke should have been Darth Plagueis. That's who he should have been.
Oh, yes.
It should have been Darth Plagueis.
God, yes. I can't believe how much they fucked it up.
It was written for them back in the 90s, but no.
And even spoke about Plagueis in episode 3, I think it was, because he was talking about my master.
Darth Plagueis the Wise
told me how to come back to life or whatever. But yeah, that's what happened. Yeah. So his soul fucked off to Exegol, and then they spent years.
Didn't need a wayfinder.
Which you find with a fucking pointy knife. What? I'm getting really mad about it now. And then this is where Harry would be good to come on, because his missus has a really good theory about a really good alternative Star Wars ending. And yeah, that was it. And then they grew loads of super Star Destroyers. The Ghosts did it.
They all did though. Yeah. Oh, Ghost. Oh.
God, get bent.
Well, they planted little Star Destroyer seeds in the ground, and then that's what took the time. They had to wait for them to sprout.
Water every day. Let's read sad stories and cry.
Little shock every day with Gamin. Get them to grow.
And then it's like
I've already got limited power.
Limited power.
I tell you what, if it was set modern day, it would be, wouldn't it? It'd be like, I've only got £100 spent on electric this month. Limited power.
Oh, it's so bad.
It is. See, that's the reason why I've only ever watched. So I think I might watch 7 a couple of times, 8 a couple of times, but I've only ever watched 9 once. Went to cinema to watch it, and that's it. I haven't rewatched it. I can't. I got mad replaying Lego. So, and there's some cool bits, like when he gets a lightsaber, that's mint, but it shouldn't happen. He should have had no redemption. Killed his fucking mum and dad.
Oh, but then had a little fucking snog at the end. Come on, lads. What are you playing at?
Yeah.
Just get fucked. It should have been Plagueis. Snoke was really cool.
There you go. So I've gone full Sith.
But it was Palpatine controlling Snoke, and Palpatine's body was just another clone of his body. If you're going to fucking clone yourself, don't do it without the wrinkles. You make yourself a bit younger looking. You know what I mean?
Pre-Mace Windu incident.
Yeah. Pre-power. If you're going to come on.
Back when you had an unlimited tariff before they put a data cap on your Palpatine.
Back when he was sexy Sheev.
Yeah.
With his silken robes.
The thing is, if they'd have cloned him, they would have cloned him back in the episode 1 to 2 to beginning of 3 era. Because that was the point of all that. It wasn't just the clone troopers, was it? It was for him. I knew that he cloned himself and stuff, but I didn't realise that his spirit had fucked off.
That's the point. Clones are like from babies; they just grow quicker. So he wouldn't have the wrinkles because he would have grown to not be electrocuted.
Yeah. Oh, see, I have no problem with him being in it. So when you heard his voice in the trailer, I was like, "Oh my god, this is it! They're going to redeem this trilogy." No, they didn't. So,
and the one thing that really tickled my cockles with that is that they announced it in fucking Fortnite.
Yeah.
So it's funny, I haven't played Fortnite since I raved about it a couple of weeks ago. But there we go.
Best game 2020.
Shaun, would you like to see the outro?
Yeah. Thank you for watching Gamers Watch episode R262. If you enjoyed it, and if you didn't, then you can follow us on Twitter, which is at Gamers Watch Crew. Subscribe to us on YouTube, which is youtube.com/Gamers Watch. And then on the episode, give it a little thumbs up. Leave a little comment. If you're late to the party, I guess what your dream Star Wars game would be. And from me, keep on watching.
Keep on gaming.
Go.
Cheers,
Play more Lego Star Wars.
Yeah.
Just quickly before we go, JP, do you want to talk about your FLYNN giveaway quickly?
Yeah.
And then we'll go.
So, got.
Look at that.
Oh, my camera's moving with me.
Does that follow you?
I've got a look. Yeah, so I've got a new webcam. So, and it's really fancy. It looks proper smooth and everything. Though it probably looks crap to you guys because of the buffering, but it looks great. So, anyway, I've got a physical copy of FLYNN for the Switch to give away. I guess just jump on my Twitter and the details are on there. But I'm going to draw it May 4th on my stream, so it'll be about 8:30, 9 o'clock. But you've got till 7 o'clock on the 4th to enter. You need to complete a form and be following me on Twitch or Twitter to be eligible to enter. UK and Europe only, because I looked at postage for anywhere else, and it might as well be another copy of the game. It's really expensive, and I just can't afford that, unfortunately. So EK, BK, better. Europe and the EU only. So, but yeah, it's all sealed. Look, fancy and sealed.
Talking about seals, seal of approval, FLYNN.
Oh, sorry.
I love it. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye. Fuck's sake.
Oh, I fucking snorted. Not even 5 seconds in.
Oh.
Brilliant.
Okay, I'll compose myself. Right. Hello there.
Not the podcast I'm looking for.
Okay. It's literally just hello there. Why is that so? Okay. Right. Oh no. Okay. Right. I'm gonna have to say it really fast, just so I can get through it.
I don't even know what's left funny.
Oh no, there is. Okay.
Okay. You know what, Max? God.
You got to keep the outtakes somewhere. You got to do an outtake video.
Oh my god.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
I've not even done the intro.
So I've said 2 words.
That's it, so guys. Next week.
Yeah,
Oh, my throat is killing me.
on Mondays, yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god. Hello there.
Don't set me up. Jeez, don't stop it. Stop. Get your haircut.
I am on Thursday, thanks.
Oh, okay. It's fair.
Oh.
I'm not going to look at the screen.
All right. Okay.
No, look down.
Okay.
Still
Hello
on
there.
target.
I can see you shaking. Right, I'm not going to look at the screen
leave
either.
the room
I'm going to
and
look
come
at the
back.
ring. I'm going to look at the ring light so I can just get. It's like I can't see anything else but blinding light. Okay. Hello there. Have you been looking for your new favorite podcast? Where you've been looking in Alderaan places? Because you should have been here for Gamers Watch episode.